And we are finally back with part number 3 on this full restoration on this Jeep series. The wheels and tires and the paint have been taken care of by Joey and Emily, so a huge thank you for them. But I'm here to finish it off with the cherry on top, and we'll be talking today about raw plastic trim. So everybody on the market has been hearing that you could torch this, you could add heat to them, add some oil to it, and I'm here to tell you all of those are just temporary fixes. That's going to allow your plastic to, one, over time, disintegrate and even fade even more. Today I'll be talking to you guys about 2 different products that you could be adding to your arsenal, your chemical guys arsenal, to restore plastic trims. And this not only works on Jeep, it works on any type of car that does have raw plastics. So the step number 1, even though Emily already went ahead and washed this car, I want a much deeper clean, so I'll be using Nonsense Super Cleaner to start off. So Nonsense Super Cleaner is an all-purpose cleaner that's going to allow me to achieve a much deeper clean. I'll be pairing this up with the All in the Details exterior brush kit. I'll spray some onto my bristles, and I will start agitating it. Now, a lot of misunderstandings that we get is a lot of people think that whenever you just clean your raw trims, they're going to get restored. And I'm here to tell you, a raw trim that does not get any type of protectant added to it is not going to get restored. A cleaner, all it's going to do is just clean up the area to allow you to adhere your dressing properly to it, and it won't fail over time. So there's a lot of people that always forget to clean up their trim before anything, and then they just apply a dressing, and over time it just fails. So I'll get my clean microfiber towel, just buff off any residue. Now I know Emily did take care of this paint, but this is just for my peace of mind, so I know that the plastic is actually clean. So whenever I do this full restoration, the gel actually sticks. So if you guys look actually closely, there was filth and grime that was actually stuck within the pores of the plastic, and what ends up happening is the protectant that I'm going to be applying onto this plastic will be sitting on top of this dirt, and over time it will just fail. So that's what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent any failure. So I am done with Nonsense Super Cleaner and my brush, so I'll put this off to the side. Next up, I will grab my tape. Now my tape is just going to allow me to show you guys what a before and after looks like when having restored trim. So I'll throw the tape off to the side, and then I'll just be applying my tape onto this plastic trim. Now that I applied this tape onto my plastic trim, we already know that we already went ahead and cleaned up this side of the trim. Next up, we need to restore it, and this is going to be the secret. Tire and trim gel is super easy to use, and this is what's going to allow me to restore the trim. Now, I understand that this car sits outside and it actually lives by the beach, so that's why I'm going with an oil-based dressing, because the sand, the particles, the fallout is going to land onto the pores of the paint as well as the plastic, and I don't want it to fade or discolor over time. I want the most protection and restoration possible, and that is going to be tire and trim gel. So it's super, super easy to use. All you need is an applicator. I'll be adding 1, 2 dime-sized drops. Put my bottle right here off to the side. Then I will be going to the trim piece. Now what a lot of people do, they just rub it on like this. And I'm here to tell you, this gel, you need to work it in as if it was lotion for your hands or your skin. You want to work this gel in deep within the pores of the plastic, just so you ensure that the gel is adhering properly to the plastic, and like this, it will not fail over time. Now, you might have a trim piece that is super, super dry, so you might have to come back with a second application. No matter what, I always come back with a second application, just so I could ensure that I have a full coated plastic piece. So after applying it, I will grab my tire and trim gel one more time, apply 1, 2 dime-sized drops to it, and then I will be going back to the trim piece, and I'll just be doing the same exact thing. So doing 2 coats of tire and trim gel is going to ensure me that I'm going to restore this plastic piece. It will not fail, and it's going to look brand new. Now, if tire and trim gel does get on your paint, that's perfectly fine, just buff it right off. And once you're completely done, put your applicator off to the side, and I like to get a clean microfiber towel just to buff off any residue or any excess away from the plastic piece. Flip it over, buff it right off. And now we're gonna show you guys the before and after. So put my towel off to the side, remove the tape. You guys can see this big before and after. If I rub my fingers through it, The gel is completely dry to touch. It is not going to sling. It is not going to splatter everywhere else. You guys can see I am rubbing my fingers. You guys can even hear I am rubbing my fingers, and it is not going onto that side. That is because this gel adhered itself properly onto this plastic piece, and it's fully restored. So now if you guys have rod trim and you guys want to restore them on your car, you guys already know the secret. Tire trim gel and non-tint super cleaner. Let me finish up this Jeep, but in the meantime, you could pick up these products today at chemicalguys.com or drive down to a local detail garage. We will see you guys next time.